Hey y'all, what's going on? Welcome back to another edition of Storytime. As y'all know, it is always a slot open here at Storytime, okay? Which means, hold on, let me put my little banner up for everybody so you can understand what I'm saying. It's further ado, I'm going to bring in my guest for today. Who is it? That cracks me up every time I say it. What's going on, Miss
Hey,
Sherry?
TheeNicole, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm blessed.
I am so glad that you are. Now, not in the chat, don't feel no type of way. But Miss Sherry is one of my favorite subscribers. Okay. So I was excited when she said she wanted to come on story time. So what we getting into today?
Let's talk about some of these women out here.
Oh, this sounds good.
Now,
I'm ready.
I know I love my women. I love especially my black women.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to admit that I've had people that I've called friends in the past that really wasn't my friend.
Oh, what about your
And
friends?
on top of that, they really want my cup of tea.
Oh,
But
this.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
always willing to give a person the benefit of the doubt.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the type of person I am, right?
Okay.
So I had this one friend. This was years ago because I don't live my life in this manner anymore. I had this one friend, and when I met her, she was real ghetto, right? But that didn't bother me, you know. I grew up in the
Now, wait a minute, time out. When you say ghetto, what do you mean by that?
I mean that I could tell that she wasn't trying to do anything with her life. She was on government assistance. She had a whole bunch of kids. She didn't want to work. Like I got
Mhm.
all this information from her for just meeting her.
Okay.
She didn't want to work. She didn't want to do anything with her life. I'm like, so I'm like, okay, maybe I can, be her friend and kind of, inspire her to do some things.
Yes,
This
I definitely can relate to that. Yes.
this girl, let me tell you, we were both pregnant together because my son's 14 now. We were pregnant together.
Okay.
And she continued to smoke weed and drink when she was pregnant.
Okay.
So when she had her baby, they tried to take her baby away from her. And she was mad. She was cussing the people out and everything. And she was like, "Can you believe that?" I said, "You was smoking and drinking. What do you think they not gonna take your kid?"
Oh no, so they took the
They
baby.
ended up taking the baby. So she had to go to a class every week and she had to get drug tested. Now I worked at the time, but I wanted to help her get her baby back.
Hmm.
So I would take her to her meetings and stuff. And this is after I get off work. I'm not getting home till about 8:30, 9 o'clock. And I had a man at the time. So I'm
Hmm.
like, okay, I'm gonna do this for her. So she went and took the drug test and failed.
Oh no.
So I was like, you still smoking? And she was like, yeah. I said, look, I can't
Wait
continue.
a minute. She said it like that?
Yeah, she said it like, yeah, like for real, yeah, I'm still smoking. So I stopped taking her to the meetings.
Right, because at this point you wasting your time and mine.
Exactly. I was like, I can't do this anymore. We still remain friends. So, this is after I had my kid, she had hers. And we would hang out sometimes. And we would hang out. It's like every time we would go to the club, I gotta fight somebody. And it's not even my fight.
Okay, so let me ask you this. And I'm not trying to be funny or nothing. But when she failed the drug test and was wasting your time, what about the situation made you not want to walk away then?
Because at that point, it wasn't my business. It wasn't my problem.
Okay, okay.
That was her problem.
Okay.
You deal
Like,
with
I'm just not gonna take
yeah.
you to the meetings, but we could be cool. Just
We can
whatever, girl.
still be cool because I mean even our kids hung out together.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay. So the second or third time we went to the club, and she gets into it with some girl, and the girl hit me, so I had to fight. Yes, I had to, and I don't fight fair. I don't.
See, I knew I liked you because you are just the raw, unadulterated truth. She said, I don't fight fair.
I don't fight fair. I hit with objects and all that stuff. I'm not. Mm-mm. So we end up getting kicked out of the club. So I'm driving home, and I'm like, look, I can't keep doing this with you. Like, I'm grown. Like, I got 2 kids. Like, one of them is an infant. I can't do this. She was like, no, don't worry about it. I won't get you involved in that no more. I just figured I wouldn't go to the club with her no more.
Right.
But we end up hanging out one night. TheeEnicole, you gonna love this story. We end up hanging out one night, and she wanted to go to this guy's house, right?
Oh,
Didn't
no.
bother me. I know she messed around on her boyfriend or whatever. Me per se, I wasn't doing that. I had a man. I wasn't in the network of messing around on him at the time. So I go and we go to this guy's house, and her and this guy go to the back room. I'm not stupid. I know what's going on.
Right.
So his friend is sitting in the front room on the couch. I'm sitting on one end, he's sitting on the other. So he says to me, I got $20.
Oh, hell no. I think, hold on. What? Listen, do y'all hear what's going on? I need y'all to just go get your snacks. I need y'all to go get your beverages. I need y'all to get real comfy. I'm gonna hit this commercial and we gonna find out what he thought he was gonna do with this $20.
Who is it? Do you have a story to tell me? Email me or inbox me. My email is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. I'll answer for sure.
Bring some weed, I got a story to tell.
Yo, man, y'all niggas ain't gonna believe what the fuck happened to me. Remember that bitch I left the club with, man?
Yeah.
Yo, sticky, yo. I'm up in this bitch crib, this bitch fuck with one of them old Nick ass niggas and shit.
No doubt. What? Yo, you got that dust, baby? It was a good day for you, baby. All right.
Okay, so if y'all are just now tuning in, we are with Miss Sherry and we're finna find out what did this man think he was gonna do with $20?
TheeEnicole. I looked at that man and I said, okay. He said, well, you know what she here for? I said, and I said, look here. First of all, I'm not doing nothing for nobody for no $20. What do I look like then? He said, I'm just saying. I said, I ain't trying to hear what you saying right now. I said, and on top of that, if I was gonna be like that, you paying some rent or a light bill. Matter of fact, you could take care of my whole household. I said, no. So she comes out of the room. He got the guy that talked about the $20. He had an attitude. So she will say to me, Sherry, he had $20. I said, girl.
Oh, wow.
I said, so you mean to tell me you doing stuff for $20? I said, you hustling backwards.
Was this all happening in front of the guy?
Yeah.
Okay, wait, I got a couple questions before we go into further. Okay, so usually us females, when we in situations like this and we get asked to go somewhere with a friend and some guys, we think it's supposed to be like a double date or anything. Why did you go with her?
To be honest with you, Nicole, I don't know.
Well, at least you was honest.
I was in my early 30s. I was just looking to hang out. I didn't get out much. I'm a homebody. I've been that way for a long time. and I don't get out much. And I'm like, okay, maybe I can go hang out, meet some interesting people. I'm all about meeting interesting people, but I should have known better.
Yeah, because that's real whack that she brought you with her and then left you to go to the back. Like, that's what you do after the whole meet and greet is over with, I think.
Look, I'm still confused. But this was somebody, I'm gonna say this is somebody that I consider to be my friend.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. It didn't stop there though, Nicole. Didn't stop there with this female. So at the time, I was dating my son's father. May he rest in peace. He passed away a couple of years ago.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
And if he was alive right now and I told this story, he would probably cuss me out, really.
Maybe as he should.
Yeah, he probably should, but who cares? Who cares? She, on the low, started hanging out with my baby daddy.
Oh,
Because my baby daddy was a drinker. And I'm not a big person on alcohol. I might drink every now and then and be a sociable drinker, but I'm not a big, huge drinker. When I was in my 20s, yeah, I used to get torn out. But as I got older, my body was like, no.
But hold on, so she was kicking it with him by herself?
Yeah, they would go to like the bootleggers together and stuff like that, but I didn't know. So one day, I was at my son's bus stop, and one of the girls at the bus stop was like, "Hey, I know you. You're Jonathan's mom." I said, my oldest son. I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Oh well." She's like, "Yeah, I know your youngest son's dad." And I was like, "What?" She was like, "Yeah, he be hanging out with that girl." And I was like, "Really?" I mean, this girl's giving me the tea, the low down tea, like she thought I already knew. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right then. So I asked him about it. He was like, we just be drinking together. Da, da, da. And I'm like, okay, whatever.
You said, but did you have $20? That's what I would have had to ask. Did you have $20?
Did you have $20? So I'm like, all right then. So me and her, we stopped talking for a little bit. And
wait, you ain't beat her up?
No, I didn't talk to her for a good little while. We didn't conversate or nothing. So she figured that I was upset with her, which I was.
Right.
So she came over one day and I asked her flat out, you messing with my baby daddy? She was like, no. So I looked at her. I said, you sure? She's almost on, yeah. I said, okay. So one day, I swear
Don't tell me she was back with him after she done said no, and she know you don't fight fair.
One day, I get home and the kids were gone somewhere, and my son's father, his phone was on the floor. So I pick his phone up. I'm going through his phone. I see that they are exchanging messages. So I sent her a message and said, "Meet me at the house. Sherry gone." So she brought her butt to the house. TheeEnicole. When she stepped across that threshold, and she got that second leg across that threshold, I wore her out. I was waiting. When I mean I wore her out, I was so tired afterwards.
Oh, wait, back up a little bit before the wear out. Wait. How you get her over there again?
I text her from his phone.
Oh, I missed that little detail.
Oh yeah, his phone was.
What did you say? What did you say?
I said, Sherry's not home. Come over.
Oh hell no! Oh hell no!
I sure did, and I parked my car around the corner.
Oh, so this wasn't Barbara and Shirley. This was like I don't even know.
Faith Evans and Lil' Kim, I guess. I don't know.
Oh yeah. This was Lil Kim and Faith. Oh my God.
I wore I wore her out. My son father woke up because he was drunk. He was on the floor drunk. He woke up. Hey, what you doing? I said you could get it just like her. I don't care. She wobbled out. She wobbled all out of the house. He told me something. Man, what is going on? I said, you tell me, sucker.
Right.
We got
So
into it.
he still didn't ever confess.
He to the day he died, he never confessed that he did anything with that girl. He never. But I'm not dumb. I'm not stupid. So it was many little things leading up to that point when we got into it. It was little tiny things leading up to that point. So he couldn't deny it. I saw it with my own eyes.
Right. And then you text from his phone. And so if it was out of the regular or it wasn't happening, she would have been like, excuse me.
Yes, I already knew what was going on. I wasn't stupid. But me and him got into it so bad. He left. We ended up breaking up and he left. But I remember she had a daughter. And I forgot how old her daughter was at the time, but the little girl could fight. I mean, like Mike Tyson fight.
Mm-hmm.
And she came to my door, knocking on my door, talking about some open up the door, I'm gonna beat your ass.
Oh no, wait a minute. I know you lying.
I ain't open up that door.
But how old was the little girl?
She had to been about maybe 16, 17 years old at the
And
time.
she was gonna fight your grown
She was
self.
gonna fight me. She didn't care. But that's how they were. That's just how she was as a woman. And this is what she's taught her daughter. I remember her telling her daughter one time, if a man can't buy you anything, you don't need him. She's 16. What is he buying her?
Well, I feel you should practice what you preach. And nowadays, it ain't much you can get with $20. I'm just saying.
But you know what, Nicole? A lot of these mothers, well, a lot of mothers are getting younger and younger.
Mm-hmm.
They really are. And a lot of these mothers are teaching their daughters, if a man can't provide for you, you don't need him. What about you providing for yourself?
Yeah.
Like, I think that young ladies, even some older women, these young ladies have an unrealistic idea of what a man should do for them.
Absolutely. We going right now through the cheese gate. That's what I'm calling cheesecake gate. With them talking about he can't take you to Cheesecake Factory and stuff like that. And I agree with you. I feel that, and we talk about this all the time over here on my platform about the values and the priorities of women nowadays is so fucked up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't like it at all. And then in turn, you're training little black girls to ruin little black boys' lives. That's not cool because then you're gonna turn around and complain about the men.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Me being a woman, I just am a firm believer in women checking the women and men checking the men. So if you are, guiding the little women wrong, how can you then complain with them about the men and you causing a lot of the problems?
Exactly. And I got boys. I don't have any girls.
Mm-hmm.
And I teach my boys, my youngest one, he's young, he's only 14. But, he's not all that way into girls right now. But I told him, you ain't cash apping nobody. You not, no. Don't be handing out your money to these females. Don't do it, because a lot of these people, all they want is your money and what you can buy for them, what you can do for them. And to me, it's sad. But you know what? For real, when I think about when I was in my 20s, I don't think I was that materialistic, or because guys driving nice cars it wasn't a turn on to me. I like smart men.
Mm-hmm.
I take a nerd over anything.
Mm.
Because I want to be taught. Teach me stuff. Mm-mm.
I want a smart gangster. Like, I want him to be smart, but I still want him to be like, I don't want to feel like if we get into something in the streets, I gotta fight for both of us.
I understand that. I definitely. That's one thing I can say. I never dated any punks.
Okay, so he was okay. As long as you not that, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of I hate to say it, but I mean, we talking, And I feel that a lot of the nerds, they be in the books, they don't really be in the streets. So unless your parents had you in like karate or something,
Mm-hmm.
Steve Urkel gonna get put in the locker.
Yeah, true that. That is true. But then again, it all depends on where they come from.
Exactly. Yes. Because you cannot judge a book by its cover. I will say that.
You sure cannot. I tell you.
But let's talk about what you just said for a second, because I think that that's major. And I feel that because let's just be real. And for the educated people out there, in this English language, words have changed meaning over and over, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel that providing for it meant a different thing in the 50s and 60s as it does now.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like nowadays a lot of women get providing misconstrued. Like providing means that when you are in a relationship, like this man has decided to be with you for the rest of his life, that he ensures y'all stability.
Correct.
It doesn't mean that just because y'all are dating, he's supposed to pay for everything you want to do and dream up.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like a lot of women out here look at men like that. And I'm not, and I want them to stop putting a race on it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not just black women, it's white women, Hispanic women. All the women are going by these ideologies now.
Exactly. And it's it's to me it's sad, but it's really not going to change because you got the music, you got reality TV, you got all the things, you got social media, everything looks so glamorous to you. But look,
And then you got the fucked up ass mamas that's gonna bust a wide open for $20.
I cannot with you.
I'm just saying, like, I have a little girl and I want her to be better than me. Now I'm pretty okay right now, but I know that I've wasted a lot of my time and a lot of my years, just being hard-headed, feeling like, before I was grown, thinking I was grown and that I knew everything, you know what I'm saying, and made mistakes.
Yep.
Now that I am where I am now and I am focused now and I am driven now and I know what I want to do, I want to help my daughter bypass these mistakes and have the correct head on her shoulder so she can be past me when she get my age right now.
Exactly. And ain't nothing wrong with that.
So I just don't see, not that I don't see it because we see it all the time. We just talked about it, but I cannot fathom guiding my daughter in the wrong direction. You know what I mean?
I can admit to that. And my grandma raised me, and she was a very sophisticated lady. Like she was very classy.
Mm-hmm.
She was flashy, but I ain't gonna
But
say
classy.
she was. She drove a Cadillac. She had this big fat diamond ring that my grandfather gave her. Like my grandma she was it. Like she
Yes.
she was black and half Indian, so she was it.
Yeah. Because
And
back then it was taught to them.
mm,
Class was taught to them. They had the etiquette classes and the debutante balls and stuff like that. I
yeah,
really want to bring that back actually.
when I was growing up, when my grandma raised me, I was in this organization called Jack and Jill.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like um black people that had a little bit of money.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like this little club. And I can admit I had some really good times. I learned a lot of great things. But I also learned that people are not who they say they are.
Oh, no, they not. No, they not, baby. No, they not. Because listen here, let me tell you. Y'all know my daddy a preacher. Both my grandfathers was preachers too. And they thought that putting me in a private school, in a Christian school, was the way to go. I did not go to public school until I got into junior high school. So that's 7th, 8th grade. The Christian schools was worse than the public schools.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got sent to boarding school with all the, the little rich white girls. There were only 2 black girls in the school, me and another black girl. So I was there for having a bad attitude. Meanwhile, they was there for stealing their boyfriend's car and going to Mexico. So listen, I understand.
I just, before I moved with my grandma, I lived in Norfolk, Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
And let me just say, when I moved to Virginia Beach, it was a culture shock. Because predominantly the people I grew up around were Black people.
Mm-hmm.
We might have had a Puerto Rican or a Mexican every once in a while, but most of the white people I grew up in my neighborhood, they didn't like us, we didn't like them.
Oh.
So that's how it was. But when I moved to Virginia Beach, it was like there was not that many Black people at the time. Virginia Beach has definitely grown over the years, but I did not like it at first. Because I felt like it's too many white people and I can't trust them. That's how I felt as a kid.
Well, I still feel that way now.
But
this is not about me.
but I, growing up in Virginia Beach the way that I did, I thank God every day my grandma raised me, because I don't know where my life would have been if she didn't.
Yeah.
She taught me so much about life. She taught me about men, but she didn't prepare me for what I wasn't looking for.
Exactly. I think that I won't say that they dropped the ball, but I just feel like our grandmothers and great grandmothers and stuff like that, they just passed to us what they was given.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, I know that they would say, I've been living this long, but times done changed, Granny. Like, these streets ain't the streets you was on.
Yeah, my grandma was strict. Like, I didn't start dating until I was like 17.
Mm-hmm.
She was strict. Like, she was like, you're not making no babies. I'm like, Grandma, I don't even want to make babies. I just
That's how I feel. I felt like I just wanted to breathe. I felt like my parents was really strict, and I was just like, let me just live my life. Like, I don't want to even do nothing crazy. I just want to breathe. But here's the thing that I feel like they don't understand. Babies is only one portion of the problem. See, because when it comes to guys, the only thing I was taught was don't have sex till you get married and accept Jesus into your heart. Okay. But what about the fact that a man will make you feel like you're the only woman on earth? And be patient until he could crack the code? What about balancing a checkbook? What about having a budget? What about, like, it's so many things that I feel like we missed just to hear don't make no babies.
Look, I ain't gonna lie, my grandma did teach me how to balance the checkbook though.
They ain't teaching you nothing about no checkbook, baby. And I guess they didn't have to, because I ain't never had no checkbook. I don't write no checks, but
my
I do be swiping the plastic, okay?
She made sure I had a savings account. She wasn't playing.
I have a savings, I got the, I'm with a credit union and everything like that, but I never had no checkbook.
Yeah, I mean, well, people don't do checks nowadays anyway. I think I got a checkbook that I done had since I had my account. I never even for real.
But that's what I'm saying. The times have changed, so it's like I respect where you coming from, baby, but we don't do that no more. We be doing this over here.
She won't play. My grandma say, I lived with my mom for a year and I came back and I was dating. And my grandma was like, where you going? I was like, I'm going on a date. When you start dating? I was like, last year. She was like, She called my mom and everything. Like, you know this guy? She was like, yeah, I know him. My grandma was like, okay, I guess I got to check him out. She didn't like that, though. She didn't like the fact that I was dating because she was scared I was going to start having sex. She was a little bit too late at that point, but...
But I miss those days. Like that should still actually be happening. You know what I'm saying? When I moved back, when I went to boarding school and came back, I decided to go live with my granny, and my grandfather was still alive at the time. And if a guy wanted to come and see me, he had to come and speak. He had to come and talk.
Yeah. But that's not something that they're doing now.
At all.
The way these teenagers because I mean I got an older son, and the way he meet people, I'd be like, you don't even know that person.
And
Yeah,
then
but
nowadays for the grown people, they don't even know if that person's name is that name on the damn screen. Nothing.
I got a question now, and this is like totally off topic, but I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
What is up with TikTok and people messaging you, like specifically men, on weird stuff like "Good morning, beautiful"? What? I don't even know you.
Listen, we need to add all the social media platforms because it ain't just TikTok. I feel anywhere where they see your name where you can send a message, they send those messages because I be looking like, what am and I do get good mornings and stuff like that, but I more so get can I be your daily eater? Like, you don't even know me and you want to eat me every day? That's weird to me. Like, do this really turn people on? So I got the same question, Miss Sherry. I ain't got the answer. I got the same question.
But you know what I really found weird? And this is something different. Let's not normalize friends sleeping with other people's boyfriends. Please stop normalizing that.
Who trying to normalize it?
I've seen it too. I think, first of all, I'm the type of woman, I'm not even looking at my friends, boyfriends, or husbands.
Right. I don't even try to make eye contact too long. Like when they introduce me, I'm like,
hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, I've only had one person that me and her we're not friends anymore. I only had one person ever try me. One time. And
you mean like she tried to sleep with your man?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He
was still like cool with you besides the $20 girl we was just talking about.
No, this is another girl. I grew up with her in the church. And I was dealing with this guy, and something happened. I can't remember exactly what happened, but I ended up taking her over somebody else's house, and he was there. But I had to leave. Something happened to my son. I had to leave, so I left her there. I felt comfortable to leave her there. I didn't think anything was going to happen. I didn't think of anything that could happen. So the next morning, the guy called me, and he's like, you need to hurry up and come and get her. Wait
a minute. She spent the night?
I never went back. Something happened to my son. I had to take him to the emergency room. So I left her there.
This must have been before Uber.
Yeah, this is way before Uber.
Y'all should have called her bully.
Yeah. So I ended up leaving her there. Well, it was my cousin was there, and it was another girlfriend that was there. So she wasn't the only girl there.
I don't care.
Yeah, but I didn't know that he was there that night. Because when I got there, he wasn't there.
Oh, okay.
So he said, you need to come get her. I said, well, what are you doing over there? He was like, you just need to come get her. So I get over there. He explains the situation to me that she was trying to get with him. So we get in the car and I'm asking her because I'm thinking to myself, I can't believe she just did. I've known this girl for a long time.
Well, my first question would have been, why you ain't just leave, sir?
No, he said he ended up locking himself in the room.
Oh, well, this is extreme.
He locked himself. He told me he said he was in the front room. She was in the front room. And she kept trying to talk to him. But he had only met her once. So they didn't really know each other. So he said that he went in the bedroom and she came in there and sat on the edge of the bed. And
Mm.
she was like, "So what you trying to do?" He was like, "I'm trying to go to sleep. Like, I don't know why you in there." So she started taking off her clothes. He said she already in our room so goddamn fast.
Oh,
He told us
wow.
like, "Y'all call Sherry, y'all call." And at the time, I didn't have a cell phone. So they were calling me at my house. I
Mhm.
wasn't home. I was at the emergency room.
Right.
So I'm like, man. So we get in the car. I'm talking to her. I said, "Look, man, why you do that?" She was like, "I was just trying to see if he was good enough for you." I said, if I
Girl,
won't,
bye.
I
Girl,
said,
bye.
I said, if I won't drive in this car, I will smack the hell out of you. You sound so dumb. She was Then she said, "Nicole, check this out." Then she said, "Remember that time we was teenagers and you stole my boyfriend away from me?"
Oh my God. But you know what, Miss Sherry? I see this a lot because I actually saw this on a live a few days ago where a girl said that she actually was the one that waited to steal back the boyfriend. Like her friend supposedly took a boyfriend in childhood. She said she waited till they was grown. And she was proud of it, telling the story. She said, I waited for her to be grown and fall in love with a man. And she made sure that the friend walked in on them having sex. I said,
Wow.
wow, like women are very vindictive.
Wow. And I said to her, I said, "Girl, we were 15, 14, 15 years old." I said, "And on
Right.
top of that, you were so fast that your parents wouldn't even let you talk to boys on the phone. The boy would have to call me and I would call on three-way. Me and him just
You was around a lot of bad influence this year.
let me tell you something.
You
Look,
was around
I
all the
won't know. I wasn't now. Look, I wasn't no angel. Now, I mean,
oh,
I definitely got myself into my own trouble. But I tell you, my circle is small now. My circle is very, very small, and I don't trust a lot of people. I really don't. I don't trust a lot of people. And that's one of my problems. But still, at the same time, I think it's a blessing because you can't trust everybody.
yeah, definitely not nowadays. And especially if they don't got more than $20.
Nicole, I can't deal with you in this $20
Don't
now.
get over that because you okay, well, y'all know I have a very visual brain. So when y'all tell me stuff, it plays out in like a movie in my head. And I can just see his facial expression like, I got $20. Like,
It was
okay,
funny
sir.
though. It was funny though because I'm like, this dude really think that I'm worth $20. Wow, 20 whole dollars too.
He thought that because your friend that was over there was taking the good old 15.
Look, she better than me. You better. Shit, my grandma told me years ago. She told me years ago, whatever you're gonna be the best at it. Be educated at it. And she didn't teach me to do that.
Uh,
It's not what she taught me. She didn't teach me that. Now, I would admit I've had some very bad experiences with relationships.
mhm.
But I think now in this stage of my life, I think I'm happy and I'm content. I really am.
That's good.
I
Because,
really
I
am.
mean, our mistakes are our best teachers.
Hmm. Now, I wish I can get me another job, but that's hearsay. You know, I love my job though, but sometimes I don't feel like talking to people.
Well, you got to make your own. Because I would never work another job a day in my life. You can make your own career.
Well, I am starting a store um
Okay.
called Shay Things. It'll probably be open in the next couple of months. You'll be able to get some keychains, some crock charms, just little, novelty things that you can get for yourself. some cool stuff, games and stuff like that.
Well, y'all heard it here first. We gonna have to support Miss Sherry. Y'all know how I feel about support over here, so we gonna have to support Miss Sherry in her store.
Yes, please. So I can quit my job and I can just do that full time.
Yes, we gotta
Though
support.
I know it's no sleep when you own your own business.
It's
That's
none. Y'all know I get cussed out every day for not going to sleep.
you got to
I'll
get
sleep
more
when I die.
because you could just say you sleep when you die. My grandma used to say that. She did. She used to say, I miss that lady. I really do. She was definitely a star in my life. She definitely was. And if she was alive today, I'll be apologizing to her because I wasn't the nicest granddaughter. I always had to have the last word to anything. But she was right about a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I sometimes, now that I'm a mom, sometimes I'll out the blue call my parents and call my granny and apologize to them. I'm not gonna get too spiritual right now, but y'all already know. Um, my parents and my grandparents are very. The enemy will try to use whatever he can to deter a person's path, right? And I was hurt in the church by church people, and that turned into a hard shell. Like my attitude was very bad. My mouth was smart. It was kind of like I'm gonna fuck you up before you fuck me up type of thing. And so now that I've gotten older and I've been through a little bit of life, and I have my own child and I care about her and will protect her with everything in my being, I can understand why they were so protective. I can understand why they were so sheltering. I can understand why they were so strict. You know what I'm saying? So I apologize to them all the time. Like, look, I'm sorry because I know I took y'all up and down and through there. Well, they always used to tell them, like, you gonna get it back.
Nicole, my grandma used to say that to me all the time, and you know what she used to say, you gonna get it back and you gonna get it back 10 times worse. This is exactly what she said to me. And if she was telling my I'm getting a headache just thinking of my 21-year-old, we definitely have a better relationship now that he's gotten older. But during them teenage years, that boy took me, he took me through it. I didn't know what to do. I tried to put him out once. I just couldn't deal with it. Oh my Lord. But he's gotten older now. He's gotten a little more mature. And he realizes that mama got your back. So don't get mad at me. Don't get upset with me. You gotta go through life. You gotta go through life. You gotta take the good and the bad. That's all you can do.
And the ugly.
And girl, the karma.
Yep, because my baby only 10, and she's definitely my child. I think God's giving me a little grace because she's not like me, as far as like, attitude, but she a girl, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, you don't talk too much. And if I be in front of my granny or my mama and say that, they be like, I wonder where she get it from. You, because she didn't get it from me.
My mom do it to me all the time. He get it from you because he acts just like me. Like I don't know about you. Sometimes my attitude is horrible. Like it's just
I really am a work in progress, Miss Sherry, because I feel that just like we said earlier, we look back on ourselves and we see who we are today. I try not to be that person. Like I try to, live life with my arms open, with my heart open. But we get burned so many times. You be just ready to be like, fuck all y'all.
My friend told me that I got an ice box when my heart used to be.
All right, Omarion. Okay.
He's like, you got layers of ice on your heart. And I was like, I don't. I'm just very guarded because I've been hurt, and that's not a good feeling.
But I feel like maybe, of course, she knows a deeper side to you than me. But if you do, I feel like you do and you don't, because ever since I met you, I've loved your energy. So to me, it'd be like I'm the exchange of energy. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to be that person, so don't bring that person out of me, type of thing.
Exactly, because my mouth is reckless,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't control what comes out of it. If I'm for real, if I'm very upset with you, I can't control it. I'm gonna tell you about yourself. You gonna probably want to fight me afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
But
Now, if I don't care about you, my mouth is reckless. But if I care about you, it'd be certain things I can't say. I be wanting to because I care about you. I can't.
to a point. To a point.
Yeah. If I don't care though, yeah, dragging you like a dog.
No, that's why my circle is so small now, and I have to admit, sometimes because I have a friend, you're like, you stay in the house too much. You always in the house. You always trying to get me out the house. I be like, I just want to take a nap.
Listen, as you get older, naps be your best friend.
I'm just mad that I neglected naps as a kid. I'm just gonna be honest with
I
you.
took my naps. I slept, but I slept as avoidance. I would say in my teenage years, I slept as avoidance.
Mm, yeah.
So I feel like that's one reason why I don't sleep that much now as well. Like it goes into it. Like I always been a nighttime person. Because when I was younger, I would stay awake and sneak and read books all night. And I would sleep at school because I have like I have a good memory. So like if I scam some stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I can take the test and pass it with no question.
I didn't
So I
like
didn't
people
really
like you.
have to.
I didn't, because I actually had to study.
Yeah, now as I get older now, especially with the fields that I'm in, like when I was in medical massage therapy school, I had to study that because there's so many different things you got to know.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, I could just look at it and remember it. So I would be woke reading all night. Then even when I got grown, I picked nighttime jobs. Get that good old shift desk.
Daggone right.
And now I feel like my best time to create is at night when it's peaceful. So but a nap is kind of like up there with sex for me.
You ain't lying, Nicole. You telling the truth right now. Like, look, no, for real, because I was at work today, and they offer volunteer time off, right? So it's so slow. I'm like, man, I want to take a nap.
Yes.
They gave me that VTO time. Boy, I threw on Law and Order.
Not doodle. She only made it to one doodle, y'all.
Man, I put that blanket around me. I don't even know that. I don't even remember that episode. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even.
All you heard was these stories, Doc.
Yep, that was it. No, the last thing I heard was it was SVU. You something, and that was the last thing I heard. I was like, my son came in here from school. He was like, "Hey, mom." I was like, "Hey, baby." He was like, "You sleep? Ain't you supposed to be at work?" I was like, "Mind your business. Mind your business."
So let me ask you, from this story that you told us here today, what are some morals of the story that you can tell us? Because we do have one, which is women. If a man ever comes to you with $20, you better not never talk to him again.
The moral of the story is watch the people around you.
For real.
Your best friend, your sister, your cousin, because they'll all do it to you.
It's sad. That's sad.
Fortunately, I don't have a sister, so I don't have to deal with that. I'm the only
I
girl.
always wanted to have a sister. I really value my relationships with women in a different way because I don't have sisters. And I know a lot of people that have sisters that don't talk to their sister. I'm like, why would you not want to have a sister? But you're right. Like you never can put nothing past nobody.
You can't. I can't say that I was surprised that happened
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to her. this in particular female, I'm not surprised. What I'm surprised at is how I reacted.
Right. I've lost friends like that actually. Before we get out of here, I had this girl, we was cool. I looked up to her. She was older than me. And we was in a bar, and how the pool tables was positioned, one of the pool tables overlapped like where the bathroom area was. And so I'm playing pool, and he's standing in the men's bathroom, and he like, come here. And I said, I know you lied. And I told her what happened. And do you mean to tell me she was mad at me and never talked to me again? And my thing was, if I wanted your man, why didn't I just go in there? Why did I come and tell you, fool?
Wow. That's something.
Yeah, so females is crazy too. So
I just hope and pray that this generation knows their worth.
yeah, that's what it's about.
And knows that, I can sit here. I would never sit there and say that I don't need a man, because I'll be lying to myself.
I needs me one.
I need me a man.
The Bible said man is not made to live alone.
Exactly. But still at the same time, you can still do stuff on your own. Like,
exactly.
I'm a strong believer in a relationship 50-50. That's just me. Now, there are some things that he's going to know how to do better than me. There's going to be places where I slack. So I'm going to expect him to hold me down.
That's why it's called a partnership, because we're supposed to fit together like a puzzle piece.
Exactly.
My strengths can be your weaknesses, but your weaknesses can be my strengths. That's why we come together, to complement each other.
Exactly. So, I mean, just females out here, just, realize that it's okay to need a man, but, stop expecting so much out of these men. Like, don't.
And when we say need a man, we mean need a man as in a companion, as in a partner. We don't mean as in you need him or you won't eat dinner.
Yeah, basically. You can do things on your own. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with going out here and providing for yourself. All a man is going to do is compliment you.
Exactly.
Or for a man, the woman to compliment you.
Exactly. Or however you live your life, because who are me to judge? Okay.
Oh, well, hey. I don't.
Let me put the disclaimer up for that. Because however you live your life, baby.
Yep. However you want to do it that way, baby. Live it up to the fullest.
Miss Sherry, I appreciate you coming on through for story time and sharing your story. You guys, y'all already know, if y'all got a story to tell me, hit me up. Hold on. I'm gonna mute you out. Do this last thing.
Okay.
Don't leave though.
All right.
So, Miss Sherry, I'm so glad for you to come through on story time and share with us. You had a few little stories for us. I loved it. I always love your energy. But as you guys know, the slot is always open. So hit that email down there if y'all want to come tell me a story, and y'all are more than welcome to come through. As y'all heard Miss Sherry say, she got a store coming soon. So I'm going to keep you guys posted so that we can support her, because that's what it's about. It's about us supporting us, because nobody else is going to do it. So, Miss Sherry, do you have any last words to say to the people before we get out of here?
No, just everybody be blessed.
I'll second that. And we are out of here.
Welcome to my galaxy. Welcome to my galaxy. This is TheeEnicole. You can always call me E, but don't never call me Nicole. Your presence is appreciated. Please be sure to hit that like button and that subscribe. It's always a vibe. In my galaxy.
Hey, it's Sean Dufresne from Ready to Love, and you are watching my girl, TheeEnicole.
Tasha Lyons telling you to tune into TheeEnicole.
This is Samson from Ready to Love, and you're tuned into TheeEnicole.
It's Winter from Love Mary DC, and you're tuned in to TheeEnicole.
Make sure you guys subscribe to TheeEnicole. She is amazing. Click that button, subscribe, and you are going to enjoy all the information that she's going to share.
So come on over and tune in